Hello and welcome to a sneak peek into the new game, YLands. I'm Incursus, your favorite tryhard and game wrecker, and I'm actually quite excited about this game. YLands is scheduled to be released into Early Access on Steam on December 6th, and that's tomorrow from now, so make sure to add it to your Steam wishlist so you can keep tabs on the updates. The game is a survival sandbox type with a few neat mechanics that differentiate it from the others of the genre, like its organic style crafting recipe discovery and the scenario game types, but more on that later. Now, what I find most interesting about YLands is that it scratches that same itch that I get when going without Minecraft for too long. You know, I log in on YLands, I start meandering around, trying to survive, and suddenly a whole day of my life has gone by just creating a mountain-based skull castle that leads to a large cave system that was home to some corrupted, energy-infused, buttock-devouring panther monsters, and now the horrifying creatures have a half-built skull castle all to themselves. So let's hop into a new world, and I'll show you how it works. Let's see, exploration, castaway, Incursus. We do have some character customization here, as always. I'll take the female type. I think this is the character I went with just a few minutes ago as I was checking it out. So let's go with this again. This is fine. Don't have to worry about it. Name your world Explore 2. Alright. So this is starting in first person. I believe the default is start in third person. But let's go ahead and play in third person for now. And we start off on this beautiful little island. Pick up all of these things. There's fish and sharks and other goodies in the water. Ooh, is that a... What is that, actually? There was something down there, I saw that. Where'd it go? Anyways, well, we start off in this scenic little island. We can build ourselves a boat and head over to other islands, but that's a little bit later on. And I'm just gonna go around here, collect some grass, trees, basic crafting materials to make myself a fire and the starter pickaxe and such. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. I don't need flowers just yet. Oh, flowers. So one thing I do like when it comes to these games, as you guys know, is I do like myself some good old magic and trickery shenanigans. And flowers are a pretty key ingredient to that stuff, but that's something we'll have to do later on. So when it comes to crafting, that's this button here, you notice there's not a whole lot of things we can craft. The way this crafting mechanism works here in YLands is that it only shows us what we can currently craft in our inventory, or things close to what we can craft. So I can't quite craft this knife yet because I don't have flint or rope, but I can craft a rope, so it's showing me the knife. Now if I want to craft something more advanced, like a nicer knife, for example an iron knife, I have to first discover iron and turn it into an iron ingot, and then I'll be able to see that I can craft an iron knife. So it's this kind of organic recipe style discovery system, which is quite nice. It's also a little bit confusing if you aren't familiar with it, but it really gives that that whole feel of surviving and growing on an island against the world. So I've got some basic material. Oh jeez. Oh, by the way, horses. So horses are really cool. Let me go ahead and get some grass. These guys like grass, right? Feed. There we go. Get some grass out of it. Feed you. Alright. Ooh. There's a panther over there. Those guys scare me. I've had very, very, very bad experiences with them so far. This game's combat's not quite like Minecraft, where if you're really good at Minecraft combat, then you can just kind of do anything. But in here, if you're not properly prepared for combat and you walk into combat with a panther or leopard, or you're just not gonna you're not gonna make it. Luckily now I have a horse, so I can go over here and, oh nope, nope, horsey, stop it. No, why? Ow! Ow! Why would you do that to me? I trusted you. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft up some basic materials here. I can make myself a bed, get some tree chopping going. I don't see anything immediately dangerous right nearby. I'm gonna stay out of that forest for the moment. And you know, that little island over there, that little outcropping, looks like a nice place to build myself a little hut. I think I might have to do that. Let's see, which section of the island is this on? Which way is the sun going? I don't know which way the sun's going. I'll have to wait for it to get a little bit closer to the horizon. I think that would be, we're still on the morning side, so that would be east, which would make north that way. So we're on the southwestern section of the island, assuming that this is morning. So let's go ahead and make myself some basic materials. I could do myself a rope, then create a stone axe to chop down some trees, make myself a campfire. I need to find flint. Flint is very, very important, because flint we can use to make a flint lighter, which we then have as a means of starting a fire. Let's see, do I want to make myself a knife now? Might as well make myself a knife now. Ah, flint. So sometimes you can find flint just kind of lying on the ground like so, but most of the time you have to mine for it. And like Minecraft and similar sandbox games, the materials that you can mine are denoted as different colors. Why, you know, select here. Oh, because I don't have one. Yes, I do, right here. There we go. Perfect. By different colored materials here. So I can mine this guy and get, what are you? I think you're just regular stone. I think you're just regular stone. I'll find out in a minute. Yeah, so this must be like a dirt, which is pretty much the junk resource. Yeah, there's nothing good here for us. Let me go ahead and eat this real quick. Fill up my hunger bar. There we go. And start working on the forest. So that was a boar that just ran off over there. There we go. We can use those guys later for, well, food and basic leather materials. Get ourselves some leather armor a little bit later on. But I need to find flint, really, before I do much of anything else. I can get some trees, get some logs, which are useful. That's, oh, look at that guy way off over there in the distance. He's coming this way, which is kind of concerning. Let me get a little bit of logs here, just so I can have them for later. And then, back off away from panther territory. And go find some flint. Oh, one neat little aspect of this is after you chop down the tree, you then have to go back and chop down the rest of the tree to turn it into logs. Otherwise, it's just a tree. And you see, is this tree here? It's actually here in the world, so I can do things like chop down a tree and use it as a bridge. But I don't want to use it as a bridge. I want to collect it and use it for all of its goodie bits. Got some resin. Resin is kind of very, very nice. We can use that as a basic glue to make more advanced, primitive, if that makes sense. Use it to make higher tier primitive materials, primitive tools, so to speak. Let's see, those are feathers. I don't need those. I need to find some more flint. If I can find one on the ground, look, there's one, there's two. Perfect. I only need one. But I will graciously accept two. And what are you? I think you are clay. Oh, no, you're flint. And you're a lot of flint. Might as well get a few more of this, just to make sure, but I shouldn't need much more of this. These flint lighters tend to... That's a sleeping leopard. Excuse me while I leave, before it wakes up and starts trying to chase me. Oh boy, okay. Going this way. Alright. So I've got a bunch of wild melons. Let me see what's over here. Ooh, what are you? You are a... What are you? Another panther. Nice. Is there anything over here exciting aside from another panther? Excuse me while I leave. Okay, you're just a boar. Okay, you're just boar. Boar are fine, I can deal with boars. Rather, I don't have to deal with boars because they don't like me. They know that I think them food. It's so pretty. Look at the tentacles. They're so pretty. So these are magic bushes, denoted by the tentacles and very hostile looking thorns. I will be using those very much so a little bit later on. As I did mention before, there are other islands that you can travel to. We can create ourselves a boat with all of this beautiful wood we have here and go travel around, get some new resources from different islands. As this island is not guaranteed to have every resource type. So let's say if there's something missing, we can always just go to another island and get it. This is copper. I don't even want to worry about that right now. Inventory space isn't the most limited thing in the world, but I'm going to get cluttered up pretty quickly here. And I'm not going to be able to use copper for quite some time. So let me go ahead and look for a nice place to set up. We could have set up down the southwestern area. But I kind of want to find a nicer little pre-setup area. And try to get some more advancement in here, into this video. Looks like we do have some brick here, which may mean that there's a little bit of an encampment nearby. Not bothering with that though, because there's a mountain lion just kind of meandering about, doing mountain lion things, looking for my buttocks. They like chasing people and eating people. It's quite unsavory. Wow, this is the tallest point in the whole island. As you guys can see, the island isn't all that big, so there's not a whole lot of exploring to do on this first little starter island. So you really do have to get onto a different island in order to make sure we have all the resources. Ooh, cave. So for reasons you will get to see a little bit later on, I'm going to start off in this cave. Because as the wind and the rain and the weather and the elements happen, things can get a little bit rough outside. And it's nice to have a setup, someplace safe that you can hide under, away from the outside when the outside becomes very hostile. And caves are a good little place for that. Of course, you do have to be careful because there are other things in these caves. Ooh, I like how it changed to be so moody. And if I recall correctly, it was a cave like this, which I wish I had the footage for, because I wasn't recording at the time, where I went down into the cave and got immediately chased out by these terrifying creatures, the likes of which I wouldn't wish on anyone in their worst nightmare. So let me set up right over here, a campfire and a place. Ooh, this looks interesting. What are you? A very strangely shaped pre-generated structure that seems to be partially inside of the mountain. Interesting. Look, it's like an obelisk, perfectly formed. And what looks like more of them, just based on the coloration, but it's inside of the mountain ridge. Cool. There's plenty of wood nearby. I can just deforest a lot of this. And start making myself a pretty little base here. So let me head back to my cave. I want to check that out later once I can deal with the mountain lions and panthers and cougars and whatever other similar puma-like creatures there are around here. I just realized just how many names there are for that creature. Let's see. So I don't need a lot of this junk I picked up. So let me clear out my inventory a bit. And let's see, don't need seashells. Don't need any of those seashells, just drop them on the ground. There we go. Magic blossoms. I want them, but I don't need them at the moment. Don't need these flowers. Potatoes are good, these are good. So I'll come back later for these. Things don't despawn when you drop them on the ground, so they'll just kind of be there forever. It can make things kind of cluttered after a while, but I'll clean it up eventually. I don't like having cluttered areas. For the moment, I don't have any inventory space to put them around. Any containers. I'll get a few chests and clean everything up eventually. Let me just pick all of this up. Let's see. So that is definitely west. So if that's west, then that is north, and that is south. Cool. So I want a fire. Unlit campfire. I can make it out of sticks or wooden pieces. Let me make it out of wooden pieces because I didn't find a lot of uses for wooden pieces previously. Put my fire pit right up here. There we go. Placed. And let's see. Let me light it first. Let me put my... I didn't make the flint lighter. Let me make the flint lighter. There we go. Put it on my inventory. Hotbar. And ignite. Boom. Boys, we have a fire. Isn't this pretty? So now I can do all kinds of cool things like cook with it. So let me make myself a knife. Carve up some of this fruit. Knife. I'm missing rope. There we go. Knife. Now I have a knife. Now you see I've made the knife and now I have access to a few new things because these new things take knives. This roasted fruit needs a cooking spot, which is a campfire. Let's see, bark helmet. I need resin and bark. I don't have quite enough of that. But what I can make now, which is what I want to make, is this wild melon piece. So I can craft up a bunch of these. Like all of them. There we go. They can head over to this crafting spot. And we can make lots of roasted fruit. All the roasted fruit. There we go. So we can let that cook for a while we start looking at the other things we can craft. So one thing we can do is we can start making a straw house, which I don't think I want to be doing at the moment because I do have that cave. I shouldn't have to worry too much about that. Let's see, for a hammer, an anvil. So for an anvil, I need some more materials. I can't make this. Because this is the forge which we use to make more higher tier materials, like iron and metalworking stuff. So this is something you want pretty quickly, but obviously it takes a little while and you have to find clay. But I do think I want a weapon. Notice here how I don't have any real weapons aside from, well, a bow and arrow. Which I can make. But I don't think I want to do that just yet. Especially considering I don't have any feathers. No, I did see feathers around, but those are difficult to come by in large numbers. And you need a lot of them for your bow. Oh, I've discovered how to make an iron bow somehow. Despite not having a hammer or an iron ingot. Cool. But if I make this pole here, notice there's a lot more things here we can make. Like a wooden spear. And we have our first real weapon and means of dealing with these panthers. But first, I think I want to get some armor. Bark armor. We can get some wooden armor if I chop down a few more trees. I don't remember how much bark you get from these trees, but we'll find out pretty quickly. It does take a little bit to chop down these trees using a stone axe. It's much faster, much nicer with an iron axe, which I very recently discovered. Oh, food. I left my food in the fire. That can't be good for it. It's actually alright. The food won't burn. It's just kind of wasted cooking time, because fires don't last forever. They actually don't have that long of a life. But if I pick up all of these sticks real quick, and the bark, there we go. Then I can get back up to my fire and start cooking more with it. Let me take all of these, just on the vegetables and the fruit, and perfect. There we go. So now I have much more of this food I can just kind of devour and top off my hunger bar. you notice the health is on the top left corner, and the hunger appears underneath it when you're hungry. So at the moment, I'm not hungry. Bark helmet or bark armor boots? Got enough bark for one of these two. Let me go with the bark helmet. Inventory. Boom. Yeah. Here we go. This is where it's at. Look at that helmet. Alright, let's go hunting. Did I just miss this whole wooden shack over here this whole time? There's gotta be goodies in here. I could just, you know, like, live in here instead of in a cave, because this is nice, and there's a boar over there. Let's see, we have some planks. We have a lot of planks. Wow, we have a lot of planks. Some poles. I can sit down on this bench. I can open the door. And there's a stove in here that we can use to cook food. And a vegetable soup. Oh, that's cool. So I've got some vegetable soup now. Sticks and wooden pieces. Use the ladder to get up here. What's in here? Oh, an inventory with a bed. And what is this? Sack. Another inventory that's closed or doesn't have anything in it. Why is there this tree in my new house? I must get rid of this tree. Use ladder, please. Thank you. Oh boy. I'm in a tree. They have a saw in here too. Okay, let me... Get rid of the tree, please. Ooh, that's not the tree. That's the ladder. There we go. Alright. First person, please. There we go. Okay, how do I get rid of these shrubberies in my new house? Is there an underneath here that I can access? There isn't. There we go. Chop that down. Get rid of all of this. And let's see, there's a cabinet in here too. Ooh. And in it is a woodsman's hat and a woodsman's shirt. Boop. Yeah. Look at it, boys. I'm a lumberjack. Okay, so we can leave that in there. Let me donate. Yes, okay, so I have my bark helm in there. Can I get rid of this at all? Nope, that's hitting that. There we go. Got it. Bye. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I need to do some house cleaning here. Here we go. Did that just turn into a giant log? How did it do that? I wish all my trees could do that. How do I get rid of this guy now? There we are. Perfect. Let's see, I can get rid of... Oh, stick. I can get rid of these down here if I can hit them. There they are. Got it. Now to get rid of this guy. Nope. Come on. What did I hit? I don't know what I'm hitting. There it is. And there we go. Is this guy gonna turn into a thick log too? Alright, I thought that would fall a bit further. I suppose it's kind of unpredictable when it's a tree falling, well, through your wall. Perfect. Yep. Look at that log. Alright, well I got some more logs, got some more bark. And what else is here? Log. Oh, we're adding some log to our log cabin house. What else is there about here? Look at this guy being inside the wall. I don't even know if I can get him out. Oh, I can. Come on. Get out of my house. Oh, there's a nature being in my house. Nope. Don't want to. Alright. Make this guy go away too. Oop. Nope, cancel, thank you. Oh yeah, that's another cool little feature that I need to show you guys. So what I did there is I pressed the wrong button, trying to go back into first person view. Come on, get it. Oh, that's probably going to be stuck up there forever now. So what you can do is you can take any item in your inventory and just kind of put it in the world, like this axe. I can do all kinds of things like rotate it and such. Woo, spinny. And do this. Just put it all around the place. But I can just take it and just kind of put it on whatever pedestal I feel like. Boop. And there we have a beautiful little axe. Just kind of chilling there. Out in the world. Perfectly placed. It's the means of kind of storing things on everywhere. Speaking of putting things in the world, I think we just found ourselves a beautiful replacement to our stone axe. So you can sit there. Actually, let me do this. So we've got this axe here like so. It's fine. I want to change axis. Not like that. I want to rotate item. Like this. And stick. Alright, well that's gone forever. Clearly this game is still early access. So it's got a few things to work on. I don't see any fire around here, but oh right, there's a bed in here. So let me just close the door. It's kind of cramped. I don't want to be in third person in here. Oh look, here are all the logs and such from that tree that we chopped down outside. Bark, rainforest, stuff. What is this? Oh, that's hay. I'm gonna keep this. Can I get that log from out here, or is that the one that was sticking through? So let me go ahead and have a quick midnight snack in the form of some of the food that I was cooking up earlier, and again forgot to get out of the fire. And let's go to sleep. Sleep through this cold night. Perfect. And now it's morning. There we are. Let's get out of here. Down we go. And this is day 2 of our survival in YLands. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave off this quick look into YLands right here. And let me know if you guys want to see more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think of this game and if you want to see more of it. Because I'm certainly very interested in playing much more of this. So with that, I'll leave you guys off, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.